think we should be live, yes.
Hello,
Hello,
Red
Red
Devils
Devils
United.
United.
Welcome
Welcome
to
to
our
our
channel, and
channel, and
today we're
today we're
doing a
doing a
watch
watch
along
along
with
with
Sagar
Sagar
and
and
my
my
brothers there
brothers
as
as
well,
well,
Aditya.
Aditya.
Well, it's
Well,
a
it's a
big
big
European
European
game
game
for
for
us,
us,
semi-final
semi-final
against
against
a
a
team
team
that we
that we
have
have
found
found
hard to
hard to
beat,
beat,
especially
especially
under
under
Jose
Jose
Mourinho.
Mourinho.
What do
What
you
do you
think,
think,
Sagar?
Sagar?
Like
Like
the
the
way our
way our
team's
team's
set
set
up
up
today,
today,
Anthony
Anthony
Martial
Martial
leading the
leading the
line,
line,
Marcus
Marcus
Rashford,
Rashford,
Mason
Mason
Greenwood,
Greenwood,
Bruno
Bruno
Fernandes,
Fernandes,
Paul
Paul
Pogba,
Pogba,
all the
all the
big
big
guns
guns
out
out
for
for
us
us
today.
today.
Yep. I think David De Gea has started as well, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
David De
David De
Gea has
Gea
started.
started.
I feel we could have let Romero finish the Europa League just like we had last season as well, like the previous one which we won, right?
Mm-hmm.
Romero played through the whole tournament and he could have been given a chance, but I don't mind that. Oh, okay. Ooh.
Do you
Do you
think
think
it's
it's
a
a
They,
sign
sign
that
that
Romero
Romero
won't
won't
stay
stay
with
with
us
us
next
next
oh,
season?
there's a
season?
penalty been awarded.
Is it?
Is it?
I
I
think
think
I'm
I'm
far
far
behind
behind
right
right
now.
now.
Oh, so okay. Rashford had a great chance to score.
That
There
was
That
came
was
in a
close.
late
close.
tackle, and not
But
quite sure why it was given a penalty.
are they
Are they
still
still
checking for
checking
the
for the
penalty?
penalty?
I think so. They should be doing that.
Oh,
Oh,
Martial,
Martial, you know,
he
he
Yeah.
his
his
in the
in the
box
box
play
play
is,
is,
I think,
I
one
think,
of the
one of the
best
best
Yes.
at the
at the
moment.
moment.
And his
And his
awareness is
awareness is
also
also
good.
good.
I
I
don't
don't
think
think
this
this
should be
should
a
be a
penalty
penalty
because
because
he'd
he'd
I
already
already
taken a
taken a
shot.
shot.
yeah. I think that's something they will take a look at for sure. But Rashford definitely looks like he has hurt
That
his
That
looks
looks
knee.
bad.
bad.
Yeah. It looks eerily similar to what Luke Shaw had. Do you remember that?
That
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 looks
looks
bad.
bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Was it
Was
the
it the
tackle
tackle
or
or
did he
did he
crash
crash
into the
into the
post?
post?
No, I think it was a tackle. It was a high tackle. He's limping a little bit, but he looks like he's good to join in. And Bruno Fernandes is ready to take the penalty. We are back with another penalty.
A
A
penalty
penalty
That's
specialist.
specialist.
that's the only way we look like scoring.
What do you
What do you
think,
think,
Aditya?
Aditya?
What,
What,
like, have
like,
you
have you
been
been
following
following
United
United
of
of
late?
late?
What are
What
your
are your
thoughts
thoughts
about
about
this
this
game?
game?
Nice one.
Here about
Fun
this
game.
game, Pace's last match performance against Copenhagen, too many chances, but wasted a lot of them. And finally, it was a bit lucky, and Bruno was able to score via penalty. This game, and I think it looks to be similar. Maybe Bruno
Whoa!
scores.
Whoa!
Bruno
Bruno
scored
scored
again.
again.
Yeah.
So mine network is slow, I guess, because he's just about to take the penalty.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's
It's
like
Yeah.
like
Sagar
Sagar
seems to
seems to
be
be
way
way
ahead
ahead
of
of
all of
all of
us
us
right
right
now.
now.
Ashish, I think we might be getting an echo from your side. So, not sure why that would be the case.
I'll
I'll
have to
have to
check.
check.
Just mute myself for a second. I'll be back.
So
So
today it
today it
was a
was a
hop,
hop,
skip, and
skip, and
jump
jump
by
by
Bruno.
Bruno.
Last
Last
time
time
against
against
Copenhagen,
Copenhagen,
he
he
ditched
ditched
the
the
skip
skip
and
and
took a
took a
straight
straight
shot.
shot.
But have you noticed one thing? He has taken all in the same position, at the same. He's all scored all penalties in the same side, all towards his left.
Is
Is
it?
it?
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
that's
that's
something the
I'm
something the
not
goalkeepers
sure.
goalkeepers
I'm
can.
not sure,
can.
Ashish, why there's an echo from your side.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Is it
Is it
still
still
there?
there?
Okay, let me check once.
I
I
think I
think
have
I
a
have a
lot
lot
of
of
gadgets
gadgets
around
around
me.
me.
Yep. I think there's still some echo from your side. Might be the headphone or something like that. Not quite sure. Quite open game at this moment with a lot of.
It
It
will
will
be. I
be. I
think
think
Sevilla,
Sevilla,
you
you
can't
can't
discount them,
discount them,
especially when
especially
you
when you
score an
score an
early
early
goal.
goal.
It
It
brings
brings
back
back
memories
memories
of
of
that
that
Liverpool
Liverpool
game
game
against
against
Sevilla.
Sevilla.
Remember,
Remember,
Klopp's
Klopp's
first
first
European
European
final,
final,
and I
and I
think
think
it
it
was
was
Liverpool
Liverpool
that
that
took the
took the
lead
lead
and
and
then
then
went
went
on to
on to
lose the
lose the
game
game
4-1.
4-1.
I think Sevilla also have they're technically really good on the ball. They make sure that they hold on to the ball, make sure they have position in dangerous areas, pass it around, move the defense line, then find spaces. I think they're really good at that. So we need to be very careful with the ball at our feet.
Hmm, hmm, hmm.
They press high as well, so I think that's one thing we need to be wary of.
But
But
that's
that's
where,
where
I'm
I'm
not a
not a
huge
huge
fan
fan
of
of
having
having
two
two
defenders
defenders
with the
with the
goalkeeper
goalkeeper
when they're
when they're
taking the
taking the
goal
goal
kick.
kick.
I
I
mean,
mean,
what's the
what's the
point?
point?
Every
Every
other
other
team has
team has
sort of
sort of
figured
figured
this
this
out,
out, you know,
and
and
that's
that's
where
where
we
we
put
put
ourselves
ourselves
in a
in a
situation.
situation.
And
And
Barca, I
Barca, I
think,
think,
faced the
faced the
same
same
thing where
thing where
they
they
just
just
couldn't,
couldn't, you know,
stop
stop
themselves
themselves
from
from
playing
playing
from the
from the
back.
back.
And
And
Yep.
Mark
Mark
and
and
Ter
Ter
Stegen
Stegen
came
came
up
up
with a
with a
lot of
lot of
close
close
calls. A
calls. A
couple of
couple of
them
them
went
went
inside the
inside the
goal.
goal.
We got into a lot of trouble for that. So.
And
And
that's a
that's a
game
See,
game
that's
that's
let's one bit
comfortable.
comfortable.
more. Did you disconnect your headphone and try it again, or like uh,
It's
It's
still
still
there.
there.
lot of echo? Just loads. I think there might be a case where OBS might be picking up two audios from your side. I'm not sure.
Interesting.
Interesting.
I've
I've
set
set
it
it
up
up
on
on
my
my
headsets.
headsets.
Like
Like
all
all
inputs
inputs
and
and
outputs
outputs
are
are
via
via
my
my
headset
headset
at
at
the
the
moment.
moment.
Not sure because there's a lot of.
By the
By
way,
the way,
the
the
highlights
highlights
showed
showed
the
the
keeper
keeper
did
did
not,
not,
the
the
keeper
keeper
waited for
waited for
Bruno to
Bruno to
take a
take a
shot.
shot.
He
He
saw
saw
him
him
taking a
taking a
skip
skip
and
and
he,
he,
stood
stood
his
his
position
position
before
before
he
he
dived
dived
the
the
right
right
way.
way.
He
He
should be
should be
good for
good for
another
another
goal.
goal.
Ah, that
That
was
was
Yeah,
close.
close.
there's a lot of echo, Ashish. Need to fix it somehow.
Okay,
Okay,
let me
let me
mute
mute
myself
myself
for a
for a
moment.
moment.
Okay.
Is it still?
Can you speak something, Ashish? No, just without unmuting yourself, so that you can just see.
Is it still an issue?
The game's become open right now. Like Sevilla is they're seeing better of the ball. And the thing with these Spanish sides is they just go down super easy to players.
Can you check your phone, Ashish? You can mute yourself on Zoom because we can hear you from your desktop audio. So that's why. So I think that's yeah. You can mute yourself on Zoom.
Can you still hear me? Can you hear me?
The thing is, I think it's two audios that are getting picked up. So one is from your Zoom and one is from your computer desktop audio. So you need to switch one of those off. We cannot hear you on Zoom call.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you on the Zoom call. And I think it might have just gone off on the stream, the video. Just they bring the video back on the stream, the OBS.
Is the echo still there?
Let me just check. Echo still exists. Yes.
I think we'll have to carry on with that. Guys, sorry for that little technical issues on our end. It was something that we aren't able to figure out what's causing the echo. But the thing is, if I mute Zoom, then my mic
You
is
cannot mute your
muted.
Zoom. You need to, I think, mute your desktop audio because I think it's much better now though. It should carry on. I think it should be good. I'll just ask in the chat. You can read chats as well. You know. Let us know, guys, if you still hear some kind of echo so that we can check that. Should be
So the
fine.
game's at 22 minutes. United still lead. Sevilla is doing a good job of getting some technical fouls from us. Like I think it was Fred who got, or no, Brandon Williams who got booked earlier
Yeah.
for a tackle from behind. But then Sevilla make a complete hash of the entire tackle by going down and pulling in their faces and cringing in a pain that doesn't exist. And we're still playing from the back when we know that we cannot. And this is where I feel Sergio Romero should have been trusted. Like that guy was meant for cup competitions, and Solskjaer is giving Dagia a chance. I don't know if it's Dagia's last season with us or he'll be moved on to maybe PSG, and then Dean Henderson would be given the number one. But I think Solskjaer has made a mess with with his goalkeeper selections. What do you say?
I think there is news coming out that Dean Henderson is going to I think join United, right? Like he'll be back in United, and he will be uh, the second goalkeeper after De Gea. But I'm not sure if that is the right move because he can have a better. Uh, he can easily have a better year somewhere else, maybe Sheffield United or someplace like that, and then come back stronger for the next year and make a real case because De Gea will be older as well. And if we feel like we need a new one, so Dean Henderson would be the right fit. But given his age and how big a role this is going to be for him, it might be in my opinion. I think it's still wrong. So not quite sure. And given he didn't pick Romero for this game, uh, these might be signs that he wants, they scored, they equalized. Brandon Williams, I think he's a young kid, but
See, that's the thing, because Brandon Williams is already on a yellow card, and that means that his, you know, like he'll have to be careful throughout the game, especially against an opponent like Sevilla. This is where, Spanish teams or Italian teams sort of go through because they're very good with those fouls. Like there's still United players are all around the referee crying for a war, but that appeal's been turned down. The goal stands. It's 1-1 at the moment. United finally have a good passage of play after a long, long time. It's an interesting positioning of our United players on the corner. Bruno's somehow been able to find Maguire in every corner kick that he's taken. This is something that we weren't able to do, without him earlier, where we never really found Harry Maguire in the box and never really capitalized on the corners. But that's another Arsenal in our repertoire to go out and score a goal. That has to be a foul. What's up?
Yeah, I think it's just the internet on my end. It's okay.
I have a feeling
See,
Sevilla might just nick this game.
no,
Like
they're quite fast. Like we said, right? They're quite fast with the gameplay. They're
the
very
fast
quick.
and the kind of fouls that they're committing, they're not picking up yellow for it. That's kind of interesting.
The fouls, right? Yeah,
Yeah, like all cynical fouls.
you need to be much better with this.
I still don't understand why are we playing back? Like, why do we pass the ball back to Maguire, who gives it back to Lindelof, who gives it back to Maguire, who gives it back to De Gea, and then Sevilla's press is on, and then we lose the ball and concede a goal.
So, let's see our audio is on. Yeah,
Like, if you see how Sevilla play, they only take the ball back if they have no other option.
yeah.
They're kind of recycling the ball well. I don't know where our players are. It's like how we played under Mourinho. Like
Yes.
everybody was everywhere on the pitch. Van Bissaka is being beaten on the right today.
I think Reguilon has had a good game, right? Chelsea have been linked with him as an alternative for Ben Chilwell if they don't get him. I think he has done really well
Yeah, that
this
has to
game.
be a foul. That has to be a foul.
What time are you on? Like, I'm at 31.
I'm at 31.
Okay. So we are watching the same game.
I think Mata might have he can be what do you call our like our winning chip in this game.
Mata,
Yeah,
he might be too slow for the game given how Sevilla actually pass the ball around.
but Mata's vision
Mm,
is needed in this game.
yeah. Maybe yeah. After some time, when they get tired and stop pressing for a while, maybe 70 minutes might be a case for Mata. For sure. But
Or even Jesse Lingard, just to
yeah, yeah,
keep that press on and
yeah.
let
He
the
might be a
attackers.
good shout. Yeah, yeah. He might be a better shout than Mata. Yeah, I agree. Okay, they're
And
walking the
Misaka, what are
ball
you
around. Oh
doing?
no, Martial.
Oh, that's too close. Like Marcel was in the right spot, I think.
Yeah, he had the right angle as well.
Ah, just over. At least it's better than Raheem Sterling. That guy, like, missed it 5 feet from the goal. Marcel still had to, curl it away from the defender and into the top corner. So as it now stands, Man United is the only English team alive in either of the European tournaments. Like, what does that say about English teams in general right now? The English champions Liverpool crashed out in the round of 16 stage. Man City, terrible game against Lyon. And Chelsea were thrashed by Bayern Munich. Like, I never really expected that Chelsea team to beat Bayern Munich, which thrashed Barcelona 8-2. But for some reason, I think Lyon will be able to hold Bayern just because Lyon are more defensively astute and they know that, they cannot score 8 goals. Their strength lies in the defense.
Mm-hmm.
But for us, I don't really know that we still know our, strengths. So we're like kind of neither here nor there.
Yeah, still a team in transition, I guess. That's the word. So we are still trying to find our identity, like Solskjaer mentioned, right, in his press conference as well. And being the only team competing in European competitions is it shows that other leagues, other teams are catching up in terms of recruitment, in terms of tactics. I think it was last year when we dominated, the English teams dominated the Champions League. But yeah, there
And
has
then
been a
Europa.
significant turnaround. Yeah, there has been a significant turnaround. The French teams, the German teams have made really good signings with personnel and everything, and they look really. Uh, so the thing is, what I find really common within the teams who are in the final stages of Champions League is basically they have a good mix of young talent and experienced players. So that's what I think is proving to be the right mix for them
Plus,
and a successful one. So
I think having a knockout competition
also,
also
yes,
makes a difference because, those teams, like some of these underdogs can go all out. They know it's just one game. They don't have a home and away leg,
exactly,
and you're playing in a neutral venue. It's not as if,
exactly,
you hold an advantage. It's not at
right.
your ground. Anything can happen.
Hmm. Yeah, for instance, like yesterday's game where Leon beat 3-1, right?
Hmm.
If we had a home leg for City available, they would have gone all out for that game.
Hmm.
Like 3-1 would not have been that significant an advantage if City would have gotten an early goal.
Hmm.
At the home leg, it would have been 3-2, and maybe anything could have happened after that.
Hmm.
So I think yeah, definitely the single leg, the knockout legs have played a role in terms of getting upsets and having unexpected results. Yeah,
Plus, teams know that they have to score to win. Now they cannot just
right,
defend and say, "Oh,
right.
we'll get the
Yeah,
goals in
that's
our
what
home
happened
leg."
with Atletico, right? They got found out with that. Like they wanted to uh, keep it solid at the back, keep keep plugging away with small or small chances, but we always knew that RB Leipzig, if they score a goal, they had to come out of the defensive cell, and yeah, I think that's where they got found out.
And that's an Army
So
Leipzig team that was without Timo Werner. They're
Timo Werner, yes,
like arguably the best player, in their history and their goal scorer as well. And they don't even have the playmaker Emil Forsberg available to them. So it was like a team of unknowns
right,
that sort of beat an established team in Atletico Madrid. And that's where I still feel that Atletico Madrid isn't a big team either. It's
right.
just that Spanish La Liga has never had a competition beyond the top three places
Mhm.
where none of the teams present a real challenge, except Real and Barcelona, who always make it into the Champions League places. And Atletico of late has been the third best team, but this season without Antoine Griezmann, they've struggled to do
That's
anything.
struggled big time. Yeah. But they had the better players in comparison to RB Leipzig, but and still struggled. Oh, nice one.
Whew. See, this is where we need to have a player who runs with the ball,
Yeah,
just to get in that tap in or something.
it was Harry Maguire who got to the ball first.
Ah,
I think Van Bissaka is getting overrun on the Triton side with Regulon and Ocampos, who have been two of the best players this season for
they're
Sevilla.
doubling up on Van
Yeah,
Bissaka.
and I think he's not getting the help he needs from Greenwood. Uh, yeah, he needs to get back and do his defensive duties much better because that's where Sevilla are creating all the chances.
And the goal came from the right,
Exactly.
and everybody was out of position. Like I
Right.
don't think the blame is on Brandon Williams because
Right.
our entire back line got called towards the right, and Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof weren't even on the in the box to stop that low shot.
And again, if you notice that, I'm not sure. I've not watched the goal back again, but Tegea got beaten again at his near
On the near
post.
post, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's something which opponents have actually found out and worked on because they keep shooting at the near post, and Tegea needs to do much better there. I
And
think that's where
for
a
a
lot
coach
of
like
fans are calling for Dean Henderson.
Oli, like
Right,
all the talk about his transition and stuff, this is one thing he's never managed. Any good coach would realize that if your keeper is not in form, you don't play him in the big games,
right,
even if you want to give
right,
that guy confidence. This guy
right.
ran Jesse Lingard into the ground. He ran Daniel James into the ground when they did not have confidence. I'm not saying that he hasn't done a good job. He's done a good job, but these are the things he has to learn as a coach, that you have a
Yeah.
keeper on the bench who is
Who
still
is
amazing.
equally capable,
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
and especially against these teams, non-English teams, who are very technical, who like to press and put in those low crosses into the box to find a
right.
player instead of long crosses. That's where Sergio Romero sort of dominates.
Yeah, I think that you make a good case there.
FA Cup was the same thing.
Yeah,
I don't know what more
and
Sergio
I
Romero
think
should do.
were you surprised by the fact that he picked Fred instead of Matic for this game? Like, was that something you were expecting, or did you think that was something out of the box? Like, because not out of the box, because Fred has been really good this season. He was pretty close to being the player of the year, second to I think Van Bissaka, in my opinion, because he has been one of the revelations. But do you think you expected Fred to start this game, or were you looking for something more experienced in Matic?
For me, I think the only reason he may not have played Matic is because Matic isn't quick.
Exactly.
Like, or
Exactly.
Solskjaer would have thought, oh, Matic would have gotten pressed and he would have
Yep.
stayed behind, but Fred is more mobile.
Mm-hmm.
In
Yep.
my case, that's the only reason why Fred
Oh,
currently
what a
makes this
good
team.
keeper. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, plays gone bad. So I think that's the only reason. He just wanted a bit more energy on the pitch.
Yeah.
Oh, Brandon Williams giving some of the Spanish tactics back with
This
his
19-year-old kid is like fiery. He always tries to get something back. Yeah. And I think you might have noticed like the last play where Greenwood was trying to switch the ball for Rashford. He actually went in deep so that he could help Van Bissaka and carry the ball from there. So I think that. Those are some good signs. And it was a crunching tackle by
oh,
Van
that was
Bissaka as well.
hard. Like one or two such tackles, and we need to peg Sevilla back.
Hmm. Yeah, it's almost half time. 2 minutes to go. Martial going out to the wing and Pogba actually playing as the centre forward now. I think that's one thing I've liked with Solskjaer's teams, right? The fluidity with which players
Change their
get into
positions.
different positions. Yeah, I think that's something he has been working on, and he talks about it a lot as well. Like for a team in transition, getting used to playing different ways during different times. I think that's something we have done well post lockdown.
But this is something we need to do because our players,
Exactly.
like Rashford and Martial, okay, they were both strikers, but
Hmm.
then other managers played them out wide. They sort of
Right.
developed their game, as wide forwards.
Right.
So if our forwards can,
Yeah.
keep
Did
changing
you
their
watch
positions.
the goal?
No, I missed the goal.
Okay. If you see there, I think Maguire could have easily gotten there. Like with his what he didn't even make an attempt, and Brandon Williams just let it go as well. So yeah.
Ah, Rashford just snatched on the ball. I think
Mm.
for some reason this kid reminds me of that Real Madrid kid in 2013, the green kid.
Okay, the kit. Okay. Mhm.
Like it's weird seeing Man United in green. Like I've never seen them in a darker green shade, you know,
We have
for
two
like ever
minutes
since
of
I've
backup
started watching
content.
them play.
Right.
2 minutes of added time. This has been an even half, I would say.
Even half. Yeah. Absolutely.
For me,
And yeah, go ahead.
it's like Sevilla, just the way they played against Wolves, they ramped the pressure up in the second half. First half was all Wolves, and they play, but Wolves just couldn't manage to get a goal.
I think what they are looking for, or they are really good at, is snatching victories with a set piece or something like that.
Hmm.
They're really good with that. And once you get deep into the game, close to 75th, 80th minute, and if they get a goal, it's really difficult for any team to come back from that. So I think that's what their strategy. Oh, nice shot.
Oh, who is that? Was that Bruno or Fred who
Bruno,
took the
yeah,
shot?
yeah, Bruno.
Like this is what we need to do: keep peppering the goal, and give our
Exactly,
forwards a chance
exactly,
to win that second touch or get that tap in.
exactly.
Fred is being muscled away from the ball easily.
Ooh, ooh, they are on counter now. Okay. if you see the midfield is completely vacant. Like
Hmm.
once the counters are on,
Like everybody rushes back in defense, including
exactly.
Fred. Fred acts like the third center back,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
when Sevilla is on the ball.
Oh, that is a nice ball by Pogba. Sweet ball.
Well, the control was deft.
Oh, come on, Rashford, come on.
So this is where,
No!
just one player in the middle.
Ah!
Ah, क्या
Oh,
कर
no,
रहा है
no.
भाई?
Ah, that is bad.
I think that was one step over too many
Okay, so
by
it's
Rashford.
half time. Half time. I think so. If you look at the stats for the half, it's like Sevilla have 61% possession of the game, and we have 11 shots and 3 on target. Sevilla have 4 shots and 2 on target, and yeah, I think there has been we have been outpassed by Sevilla, which was expected, given that they like to keep possession and pass the ball around.
Hmm, hmm, hmm.
And yeah, we have the same number of yellow cards each for both the teams. Yeah,
Like, we've managed more shots, but we've just been taking shots from
exactly.
wherever
From
we
outside
find
the
a
box.
space.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so half time, 1-1. Like we got 15 more minutes to regroup and come out with the tactics for the second half to ensure that Sevilla does not win this game.
Yep. I
Yes.
I I I always expected United to win, maybe 3-1, because we always knew that Sevilla were going to score a goal. It was always going to happen. So yeah, there's no surprises that Sevilla have actually scored this game.
But I feel we need to make a change with Brandon Williams.
Yeah,
Like if
he
we,
really missed Luke Shaw though. If I'm-
oh, like if it was up to me, I would swap Luke Shaw for Ben Chilwell. Like Luke Shaw, good defender. Like he's
Yeah,
up this game, but his injury record is bad. He has two big injuries every season,
every
and
season.
he'll miss 10 games on the trot. And like as a left back, first choice left back, if you're playing, 25, 27 of the 54 odd games given the European season, then it's like you should not be a starter, in
Right.
my opinion. We need somebody more reliable, with injuries on in that position.
hmm
Because Luke Shaw,
Yeah,
it's always a muscle injury or something. It's never like, oh, that he got tackled and that led him to an injury. But
yeah. I think Luke Shaw. I think the left back position, like you said, Luke Shaw gets injured very too often. But the fact that we have Brandon Williams as his backup does not help as well. Like
and
Brandon Williams naturally is a right back. He's a
yeah.
right-footed player. He likes to get on his right foot as much as possible. So that does not help going forward. Like he always tries to cut back and put in a cross. And also, I think in the last game I noticed where it was against Copenhagen, right?
Hmm,
Where
hmm, hmm.
Lindelof came in late and he was actually shouting at Brandon Williams regarding where he should be positioning himself. I think that's something which he lacks a lot. I know he's a young player. He's just 19, so there's no reason to get on his back or be overcritical of him. But that's something which, in these big games, we are going to miss a lot. I think that's one weakness we have, and most of the teams have tried to exploit uh, our left back and also the right back position. Surprisingly, because Van Bissaka used to be super solid, and no one used to like dare getting past him. But now I don't know what happened after post lockdown. Things have changed a little bit, and he seems to be a little sloppy, where he needs help from our right wingers to come back and support him.
Hmm, hmm, hmm.
Those are two worrying aspects for United, and Yeah. Let me just check how we have done. Okay. What do you think about the second half? How do you think we should be coming out? I'm
Like,
just watching the highlights now.
yeah. For me, I think Martin should be given a chance.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather bring him now, when
Like
the second
straight
half
out
starts.
of
Yeah,
okay.
I'll bring
Mm-hmm.
him straight out. And Brandon Williams as well. I'll change Brandon Williams. And
Yeah, I
I'd keep
think
three
yeah.
at the back
Mhm.
and get play with wing backs instead
Yeah.
of
What do you think
full
about
backs.
Fosu Mensah? Maybe Fosu Mensah can be a left back option because I think he is more left footed than Brandon Williams at this moment. And he is defensively solid as well. He may be not quite effective going forward,
Hmm, hmm,
but
hmm.
pretty solid defensively.
And
So
with
that might
Fosumensa,
be
yeah, you don't get the crosses, you don't
right.
get the attack,
Right. Yeah,
and
you'll
there's no
not have any
overlap.
outlet. Yeah, you'll not have any outlet from the left hand side, but yeah,
So,
defensively you would be good.
like, I don't know if Diego Dalot is even on the pitch or on the bench.
Oh no, no, I think no, he has been excluded even from. I'm just
I don't know.
rewatching the penalty. It's a funny way to take when it gets. I don't know how he manages to get that power behind, and when he takes that shot, I'm just rewatching Sevilla's goal.
Dude, that should not have been a goal. It was so easy for them to
Exactly.
take Van Bissaka out of the equation.
Yeah. You see
And
what happened there, right?
yeah, everybody got pulled out to the right. See, Van Bissaka makes
Yeah.
that shift, and Lindelof
Right.
takes his position. Maguire goes
Right.
into Lindelof's position, and Brandon Williams is in no man's land
Hmm.
because now he has two players, on his back.
Hmm. 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 Yeah, I think
And
that's
it's this
exactly
guy.
what.
See,
Okay.
now he got pulled off by that player, and Suso was left unattended because Suso was Brandon Williams' player. This is where United struggle, where the centre
But
backs have no awareness about, the players
exactly. Exactly.
behind them or the players that they're marking. Maguire and Lindelof just saw the ball and went towards it.
Went
I'm like, just
towards.
stay there. Lindelof's there anyways.
I think it's schoolboy defending, right? Where everyone gets attracted to the ball and everyone
Yeah.
just run towards it. So
So for that,
I don't
I
know.
don't like for me, Brandon Williams is not to be blamed. Like he could do nothing. He had to choose between Suso or the other player, and Suso just ran into space. Like David De Gea could have done nothing as well. That ball was it was in the right spot, just away from the keeper, but not too close to the defenders as well.
Yeah, I'm just reading the chats. We have a lot of Chelsea fans.
Chelsea fans, okay, you're missing out on the European football that you have to come up on the United page.
That's true. That's true. Lot of United, like Chelsea fans. I think they will have a good season the next season, because they have some real talent coming in. They are looking for a left back. They should be ideally looking for a centre back as well.
Hmm,
So
hmm, hmm.
it's going to be super interesting. Yeah, you can go ahead. You can mute your screen so that. Yeah, just watching on Twitter. There's there's a lot of United fans who are talking about the game, and most of them have been about. I think there's one interesting fact that's coming up is Maguire getting his head on the crosses, but not putting his shots on target. So I think that's something which is worrying because he has regularly been getting his head to the ball first, but not actually creating those chances. So I think that's he should be getting because he's really good in the air, so he should be taking care of that. I'm not sure what's happening there. There's a lot of discussion going on about United getting a lot of penalties, but yeah, that's something which I wanted to address as well. Like lot of United fans and even uh, rival fans have been talking about United getting numerous amount of penalty this season. But the thing is, if we don't get into the box or even try and create those chances, there would have been no way we would have gotten those penalties. And also the fact that I think on top of the top of my mind, it's only one penalty which in my opinion was a little bit uh, contentious. That was Bruno Fernandes against I think West Ham, if I'm not wrong, was the only one which I was not sure about. But other than that, I think everything else has been fair, where VAR has gotten second chances to take a look at it and actually has not overturned the on-field decision. So I think it's all up to the fact that we are getting into the box and creating those chances, which is really good to see post Mourinho era, where we used to rely a lot on set pieces and headers and long balls to get those goals. So yeah, that's something I wanted to address. Mm, yeah, there have been some rumors about Manchester United actually looking at Sancho's alternatives, namely Douglas Costa, Kingsley Coman. Yeah, the, the fact that we are looking at those kind of players where Kingsley Coman, in my opinion, is too injury prone to be brought in. He is young. I think, if I'm not wrong, he's 26, 25, 26 maybe. But he's too injury prone. He might not be a good fit as well. And Douglas Costa, no, I don't think he would be a good fit. I think United historically have gone after the marquee signing, the best player that is out there, or the player that has grabbed everyone's attention in world football. That's for me Sancho, because I think you might have gotten the chance to actually see some of the clips from Dortmund's preseason game where he has been skinning. I think they won 10-2 or 11-2, if I'm not wrong. And Sancho was doing his bits there. And I think, in my opinion, Dortmund have put in a good valuation on Sancho. Given the COVID situation, it might be difficult for United to complete the deal. But I think he, as a 19-year-old, 20-year-old kid, uh, is fair by Dortmund to actually put a 120 million valuation on him. So I think United should be looking to pay that up, maybe in installments over 3 years or something like that, and actually go ahead and complete the deal. But we all know how United transfer deals work. They take like ages to actually get them completed and over the line. So we are not able to hear you, Ashish. Yeah, good. Your voice is a little low. Yeah, good. Your voice is a little on the lower side.
When I say the game is also a testament to the fact that we need better players.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I
The
think
same
all of
opinion.
the games, yeah, I think all of the games
Yeah,
post
we
lockdown
have
have
someone
shown
on the
that.
bench that can come in and change.
Let me just check. If you sound-
It's funny seeing Jermaine Genius do the.
Can you increase your volume a little bit? But
Was it good?
I don't know what happened. Like volume is little bit on the lower side, but I can hear you.
How about now?
Yeah, that's the reason
That's the
why.
mic issue.
Yeah, just put it. Yeah, much better.
Sorry.
I'll just be back in a moment. So I was talking about Sancho, and if you want, you can share your opinion on that, and I'll be back.
Sancho, I don't know what's happening up with him. Like, Borussia Dortmund has made it clear that Sancho's not gonna, will be a part of their plans this season. And I think we've made it's a mess that we've created of our own actions. We should have gone for Sancho, and we know that this guy will come and improve our squad because we are crying out for a specialist right winger, and the price is high. But then he's English, and he's a youngster, 20 years with resale value, with very high potential to go on and become one of the greats of the game. So for me, that price is sort of right, but United's kind of posturing at the moment, thinking that they hold all the aces, but I don't think United holds all the aces because we are not a complete product. Had we been Premier League winners, that would have been a different story, but we aren't Premier League winners at the moment. So for me, we should go out and pay, that money for Sancho and ensure that we have a squad for the next season that can compete, in the Premier League, if not even the Champions League. But anyways, the second half is underway. Sevilla has started the ball. This half will be interesting because this is where United need to make sure that they don't commit any mistakes and that they are defensively sound, especially at the back, because Lindelof and Maguire together, I still don't rate them as a good defensive partnership. Individually, they may be very strong players, but for me, they are not one of the a they're not a complementing defensive partnership. And David De Gea at the moment is not the keeper that he used to be. So defensive frailty still exists. Oh, that's a good ball. Okay, we've come off attacking. Let's see if we can maintain this momentum throughout the course of the game. That was a really good ball by Bruno to Greenwood. And Greenwood generally never misses, his once he gets the ball and a touch inside the box, it's usually, you know, we see it ending inside the goal. But this time, the Sevilla goalkeeper made a good save. He knew exactly what Greenwood was going to do and was ready for it. Greenwood threw to the goal, but Bono, their keeper,
Yeah.
Sevilla keeper, saved it.
Mhm. Oh, nice one. Lindelof just sat down.
So what I was saying is Lindelof and Harry Maguire, they're not a defensive partnership that complement each other's
Correct.
strengths and make up for their
Correct.
weaknesses.
Yeah. 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 What's
It's
that touch by Pogba?
Pogba and Bruno, They come out with sumptuous crosses, amazing first touches. It's a pity that they are still in this team. Sometimes I'm like, if only there were finishers like Robert Lewandowski in our squad.
Yeah, I think Bayern, for their credit, uh, super efficient with their finishes. Like they've been ruthless. Like every shot
Absolutely
they
clinical.
have, I think, yeah, every shot they have, it looks like they're going to score. So I think that's something which is to their credit, where they look like scoring every time they get into the box.
And if you look at Bayern, it's never, oh, let me do a 1-2 in the
Yeah,
box, or let me do a step over, or let me try and feint the defender. No, it's like, I'm in the box, I have a side on goal, and I'll take that shot.
yeah.
And I know it's going to end there. Like,
I
none
think
of
the
that.
perfect as well. I think the perfect left back also is in Bayern.
Joshua Kimmich or Davies?
Uh,
Alfonso
Davis.
Davies, yeah.
Yeah, going forward and defensively, I think he is the whole package. He's the whole deal.
And
Where
this
he's superb.
this guy, David Alaba, has made a good
Passes.
change. Like,
Yeah,
he used to be that left back. And for some reason, I feel David Alaba used to be what Alfonso Davies is right now. David Alaba
exactly.
3 or 4 years ago
Yeah,
used to play like Alfonso Davis, and he's made that
exactly.
switch onto the centre back position.
Mm. I think it's also the fact that getting a replacement for Alaba so quickly and so efficiently has been finding the talent is something which is crucial.
Ooh, Kim, very close, very close, very
Oh
close.
no!
It's like snatching at the ball
Oh
again. It's
no!
like this is what players who are short in confidence or on their abilities do. They snatch at the ball in the box.
Yeah,
Oh, oh,
we're creating chances though. That's good. Oh, Martial is beautiful.
that play by Marcel is sumptuous. This guy in
Oh,
the box, three defenders, four defenders. You know that Marcel will go past them.
ah,
He's too quick on his feet. This is the chance which I thought Marshall should have buried. He
yeah.
just snatched at the ball, he went for power, then placement. And then Rashford again trying to just snatch at the ball.
Yeah. I think he lacks a little bit of confidence as well. Like he's trying to thrash the ball every time
Hmm, hmm,
and
hmm.
not actually finessing it or placing it. It's just the confidence stuff which is getting the best, not getting the best out of Rashford at this.
Another terrible clearance. Like Sevilla is sort of employing Bayern Munich's tactics. They know if you go long, they have players to get the
Yeah,
ball, and if you
yeah,
play it short, they have a high press in place.
yeah.
So it's like we are not even getting the first ball or the second ball. It always
I
ends up
think
in
the
Sevilla's
fact
feet.
that German teams and French teams have kept it super simple in terms of tactics, but being super efficient at it. I think that's what has the question you asked me earlier, right? What's the difference between the English teams and the European teams? Like everything is European, but the German teams and the Spanish teams which we face is the fact that they keep it super efficient and not overthink it, like Pep did last night. He just
Hmm.
overthought. He made situations or scenarios in his mind and
Hmm,
start
hmm, hmm.
prepared for the game, which was not at all required because they were on paper the best team, like much better team than Leon. But the fact that they got a lot of things wrong
Yeah, and
and
he
the Sterling was
he
horrible.
went with three at the back.
I don't know
Like
why.
I never see City going three at the back in a
Yeah, that
game.
was really a surprise. Yeah,
It's like it almost seemed like he was trying to neutralize Leon's play, then
exactly,
Leon just trying
exactly,
to, hang on to the game, and they just played
exactly.
into Leon's hands there.
Yeah, I think it's good to see now that Greenwood is getting back a lot, but it also can hamper his going forward plays.
Keep it, keep it, keep it, keep it.
Hmm.
Oh,
He has overcooked it. Yeah.
that should have been with Greenwood. I think
Oh, nice
Marcel.
one, nice one. Go, go, please. Ah,
This Mas, I think that should have been with Greenwood.
oh
That ball,
no.
that ball should have been that was for Greenwood. Marcel was too close to the keeper, anyways, to take a
Uh,
shot or
we
place it
need to
between
take
his.
these chances. Like it's it's getting eerily similar with
Oh,
yesterday's game, City's game,
yeah.
where they were creating a lot of chances but not taking them. And
Again, he does this again. Like Marcel
come
is
on, Martial,
Marcel is
no.
Marcel's playing as if the defense does not even exist. He's just going past three defenders like crazy. But it's just the keeper. The keeper knows that Marcel's gonna come in and he deliberately positions himself outside the line. He's not on the line.
Should be getting. Oh no.
I mean,
We should have been at least three up, right?
we
Easily
should
three up.
easy. Like it should have been 3-1 right now.
Oh no, come on. We should need to take these chances. Come on.
I think 68th minute mark. I should see Martic coming on the field.
The fact that once you have the momentum with you, and if you don't take your chances, and once Sevilla start to get hold of the game, that's when you know that you are in trouble.
And
Like,
we've had a
yeah,
good passage of play. Like
exactly.
eh, right from kickoff, like 45th
Yeah.
minute, second half, right
Mhm.
from kickoff, it's us who has been attacking. Three good chances. And Sevilla, it's like that run of play thing that you're saying. Sevilla
Yeah.
might just come up with one
Exactly.
attack all half,
Yeah.
but that
Yeah.
attack will be a goal scoring effort.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. I think that's something of worry because yes, seeing this pattern happening with Leipzig and Atletico, Leon and City yesterday. I think they were just
Okay, Sevilla's on it.
clinical with the yeah.
And even now, Sevilla's taking, short kicks,
Exactly.
like
Yeah.
short kickoffs, and we're not pressing them.
Hmm.
We are cutting off their passing channels, but Sevilla again comes off with the passes. It's like, what's the point of the tactic when we can neither
Yeah.
press nor, cut their passing channels off?
You see the fact that early in the season when Van Bissaka used to tackle, he used to cleanly get those balls and
Hmm, hmm,
was
hmm.
able to clear. But I don't know what happened. Now it feels like he's not uh, able to get those clean tackles in
I think maybe
and clear
players
the
have
ball.
figured out like where
Okay,
Van Bissaka
it's good
tackles.
sign that Campos is getting substituted. He
But
has been a threat.
Munir El Haddadi.
Yeah, he's the same guy, Barcelona kid.
Oh, is he that Barca kid? He's
Yeah,
grown up, man. Munir El Haddadi. He never really got a chance at Barca except
yeah.
for a season, I think.
I think yeah. So just one
S-
season where he was making,
s-
and I think
s-
it's Luke De Jong who's coming on.
Yeah, two changes.
I think something has changed after the half. Maybe Solskjaer has spoken to the team. Something has changed.
So
We are trying to move the ball a little bit faster.
Sevilla has brought in, I think, a little more, more mobile forwards now
Exactly.
in Munir and Luke.
Yeah. Uh, it really feels like if Sevilla get a chance, they're going to take it, and we might not be able to.
I think this is where Odion Igalo can be a good foil for Martial. Get those first touches in, give it to Martial, and
Yeah, holding the ball up
yeah,
and yeah, might be a possibility. Maybe going 5-3-2 with Martial and Igalo up top.
Fred should come off or if
Yeah,
Igalo
he's
comes in.
getting passed by really easily. Like if you take a look at the game now, Fred is just static in the midfield. He's just standing around. Finally, looks like Sevilla has gotten like has calmed the game down a little bit,
They stopped the passage
getting
of
the
play,
rhythm.
by
Yeah,
making those two
yeah,
substitutions.
yeah,
It's like it takes away from the rhythm as well.
exactly. He disrupted the game and good move. Okay, go, go, go. Someone get in the box. Okay, okay.
Fred is being muscled off the ball like anything.
Exactly. And it's just the Spanish teams. They're not known for the physicality. And what's the referee doing? He should have.
No, that was Greenwood. Yeah.
Did he play advantage or something?
Ah, this guy got the ball. Maybe that's why.
No, he didn't get the ball. That is a foul.
Looks like Ocampos wasn't too happy coming off the pitch.
Okay. It now looks like much more even game than what we started with.
That wasn't a foul.
Hmm. That was just a strong tackle. Oh, the referee is having a nightmare.
Come on, that wasn't supposed to be a foul.
Just a
And
shoulder
he's
pass.
asking for a card. Ever Banega is asking for a card.
Wonderful. Oh, it looks like he's super hurt. Not really.
Hmm. 60 minutes, Solskjaer doesn't seem like he'll be making any changes. I have a feeling we'll be carrying on with this team until the 75th minute.
Sorry, I'm just replying to comments. So,
Okay, Pogba is so smooth, with his step overs, his 360s. But this is a good learning curve for Greenwood as well. Playing every fixture after the start, or almost every other fixture after the start, day in, day out. I think that's what's going to make him a better player. Playing against teams like Sevilla who are more technical, where you don't get many chances to score or spaces to run into.
we have a corner now. Did you notice that off late, Maguire has been getting his head to a lot of crosses, but he has not been putting them on target? I think that's something of worry because with
Ah,
England,
that has
we
to be a
used
yellow
to
card. That has to be a yellow card. But
for
yeah,
Williams.
no, no, no. For the Sevilla player, number 11, Munir.
Oh, that
It was a tackle
yeah,
from behind. Brilliams did amazingly well to take snatch the ball from him. Man, if the referee does
it
not
was
give this a
Munir.
yellow card, no, I don't know what. Like,
No, he has not
this
given anything.
cynical foul. But yeah, that's a point that I made in the first half as well. Bruno Fernandes has been able to found Harry
Yeah,
Maguire's head more times than any of the players combined.
exactly.
But
I think early in the season when we didn't have Fernandez, we were missing those quality crosses.
hmm,
But
hmm,
once
hmm.
he has come in, he has actually delivered. But now Maguire has to
Step
hold
up
up
and
his end of the deal and actually score those goals. So
I think maybe due to Maguire's positioning in the box, when we take those corners, he
possibly,
tries to run in from the edge of the box, instead of being somewhere therein or thereabouts. Or it's maybe because
uh,
of how the defense lines up for the corner, so that we don't get an offside for it. But
This referee is just waiting for the just let the game flow. Just whistling for everything. This is an English referee, right? I have seen him.
no, he's not in English. Like an English referee cannot referee a game involving an
Okay,
English team.
that's true.
Like Jordan needs to be shown a yellow card. This guy's just been too vocal and disturbing the play.
Martial giving him a smile, the cold smile, just a smile,
Even Martial should
nothing.
have had 2 goals today, at least 2 goals.
Yeah,
But he'll improve. Like just looking at him, I'm licking, my teeth because this guy he stepped his game up.
yeah, for sure.
He has the qualities to become, an out goal scorer because he has
And he has
skills, he
been
has trickery.
such fleet-footed inside the box, like getting past players
Mm-hmm.
effortlessly is something which is to take note of. Like, Pogba is starting to lose the ball now.
Pogba's being doubled up. Like if you see,
Yeah.
there are always
Mm,
two players on him.
yep.
Like I think there were times when Pogba did do a lot of good step overs and 360s to free himself
Yeah.
of the defenders, but then
Right.
it's like you miss some, but you get some. When
That's when Fred comes into play, right? You know that Pogba is getting doubled up, and Fred will be in space because in the midfield, that's also Pogba's. Like he can do a little bit of trickery and get away from the players, but that's when Fred will find himself in space and he can push towards the box.
hmm, hmm, hmm.
I think he needs to step up
So Greenwood
from on.
knows how to win fouls,
Oh yeah, yes, that's a foul, buddy. Relax.
even though he tripped on his own feet, I think. But he's like he knows how to learn from, the best.
Good to see. Yeah, and Greenwood does not actually look like a 20-year-old kid. He looks like a 24, 25-year-old.
Established play.
Yep, he has bulked up a lot and
Rashford's looked, sort of out of sorts.
yeah.
He's not getting into the game the way he used to.
Did you change the score on
Who?
Mondays? You can change the score.
Nah, it's still a draw. Okay, so Rashi gets a yellow card.
For throwing the ball.
I think so, yeah.
Mm, this referee is having a game.
He's like a little too skillful for our defense's liking at the
Defense.
moment.
Okay.
Jesus Nivas, man, this guy is the captain. He's so he's playing as a fullback these days now.
That is correct. He gets up and down very efficiently. So what is
Children walking
Solskjaer
through.
waiting for? Like when is he going to bring in those changes? Who do you bring on? I think you mentioned that you would get. Matic instead of Fred,
I so
what changes would you make?
I want to see one Mata and Lingard. Like Mata just for, unlocking their defense.
Hmm.
Because the only question that needs to be answered is where Mata will fit in. Because if we take any of the players out, we're essentially taking away pace.
Exactly. And the thing is, when you say Mata, that the other thing which is worrying would be, uh,
He's tracking
if,
back.
yes, exactly.
But
Bringing in, yeah,
but this is the time, no, the last 20 minutes when Mata would be fresh, and Sevilla hasn't changed or changed the defense or substituted their back four. So I think that's where Mata would be at par with Sevilla's players in terms of energy levels. But his vision, he still has his vision. He knows,
yeah.
like he can map out movements and
You
player
know,
positions.
the other thing why Mata was actually not looking good in, okay, second, no. Okay, the other thing which I wanted to point out was when Mata comes in or when Mata used to play, get some game time, it usually used to be with the second string team, like the second team, and
Hmm.
that's where we lack quality in the midfield. But I
Hmm.
think with Pogba, Bruno, and Matic, Mata would be really efficient because Bruno can do a lot of tracking back, covering up a lot of spaces. So I think Mata would be can be a good shot.
You make a good point there. I think with Pogba and Bruno on the field, Mata, we
Right,
can unlock Mata's potential because we know there are other people who are equally as good as him in terms of,
right,
ability to play with the ball at their feet. And maybe Greenwood, I think, is not being able to do that because today I haven't seen him get into the game as much, as he does.
right, right.
And Mata, with his experience and his, silky movement, I would say sometimes, brings in
Oh,
another
nice
factor.
one. Go Greenwood. Let's prove Ashish wrong.
It's not happening for Greenwood today, I'm
Not
telling you.
happening.
It's not
Yeah,
it's not happening. Like we need to make a change. Solskjaer has to be more, flexible with his options. He becomes too
yeah.
rigid with the team that's there. It's a learning curve for him,
Exactly,
how to get into finals. It's a third semi-final of the season.
exactly.
Imagine a team like
Hmm.
us made it into semi-finals of Carabao, FA Cup, and the Europa. But
Yeah,
if Solskjaer hasn't learned anything from those first two
yeah. Hmm.
semi-final
Mistakes,
appearances,
right? Yeah. I think that was one of the like key points to keep in mind going into the game. Like has Solskjaer actually learned something from the last two semi-final games? See now you see that Sevilla is actually getting into the game. Like they're trying to pass the ball around uh, near United's penalty box and actually making things. And Evo Banega is slowly getting into the game. You know, one interesting fact is that Sevilla, Bisaka is having not having a great team. It's a dangerous area. Ooh, not having a great team. Okay, now we have a free kick right outside the box. I do feel like it's going in. Oh, it's like a pinball machine.
Lindelof looks like a much more settled defender than Harry Maguire right
Maguire,
now.
right? Yeah, Lindelof has been really good in this game, for sure. I think much better than Maguire, right? Like positionally, he has been really good.
Nah, that's not a foul. His hands were like
Yeah, I think that's
just by
not.
his
Yeah,
side.
no, that's not possible.
I know. Calm down, bro. I know it touches him. It was like close to him. They're checking for it, I think, right now. And VAR says no.
No, uh, no
Okay,
penalty.
so Sevilla
No.
is coming out with the third change for
You
the
know,
night.
you know, there's something interesting on Twitter, like this the Simon Peach, who is at the game at this moment.
Uh-huh.
So he is actually reporting that there is rising tension between both the benches, where everyone like the Sevilla bench is actually shouting for a penalty, and the United bench is like, calm down. So yeah, it's good to see that everyone is up for the game and getting into the last 10 minutes. Let's see.
So Sevilla's freshened things up in their attack.
Absolutely, we have not made a single change as of yet.
I think Vasquez, is he a winger or is he a defense-minded player?
I think he's a Bengali.
Yeah,
15
Franco
minutes to
Vasquez.
go.
We're still stuck with the same team. I really think Brandon Williams should be taken off now because
Yeah,
15 minutes they'll target Brandon Williams knowing that he has a yellow
exactly.
card.
Exactly.
Like this is where Ole needs to be a little more, astute and tactical.
Tactically, yeah. I think it's good that they don't have Ben Yedder, who the guy who scored two goals.
Vissim, oh man, that guy changed the game. He came off the
Yes.
bench and just
Yeah.
it was a terrible game anyways.
Exactly.
At 0-0 at Old Trafford, a game that we need to win, and
Always knew that
Mourinho.
something. Yeah. There's something going to
Ah,
happen
that's
right there.
cynical. That should have been a yellow, no?
Okay. Let's see. Oh, that's not fair. No.
Even this is a foul.
Has he given an advantage?
He gave it as an
Maybe.
advantage,
Okay.
and we
Okay.
missed out on
Okay.
it again.
Ah, Williams is diving now. That's bad. Okay, they're on the counter now. Right is close to him. That's not a foul. Go and take him. Yeah, nice one. Good. Good work by Bruno Fernandes. It was back all the way. Greenwood is looking knackered now. Like he's super tired now.
This is where, like,
Yeah,
we should go for this game right now instead of waiting in for
exactly.
penalties or
Right.
extra time.
There's no point in going into extra time right now.
Like, Greenwood do a good shot, and
The goalkeeper has had a great game. Like he has kept them in
Bono
the
is
game.
Bono has been fantastic.
Yeah.
As soon as the second half started, three magnificent saves, and he knew
Yep.
where to position himself, for each of those attacks.
Do you think? Do you think keepers have actually like uh, studied Martial's finishes and actually know where he is going to put it, because I've seen a couple of saves which keepers have made from Martial. Like, do you remember the Norwich game where he was? No, not the Norwich game. I think it was the.
Okay, that's a goal. It's done. Game over, United. This is why you make changes early so
Yeah,
that players get time. I don't know if they'll check for an offside or something, but it's
that's
it's game
horrible.
done, game over.
It's again
Shows
Lindelof, right? Not getting in front of his man.
now this time it came from the left.
That's where the crosses have been coming.
Okay, both
Uh,
Lindelof and Maguire played him off. Both played him onside. Why?
oh, wonderful. He couldn't have missed
Lindelof
that.
Lindelof is kind of keeping him off, but Harry
Why
Maguire
did
just
he
rushed.
go? Oh, no. Now the players are getting angry on them. We knew this was coming, right? We
I
have
told
been
you,
talking
like,
about it.
having missed chances, like, you don't wait for the 75th minute and you've made no changes. The players are tired. You know nothing's happening. Get Martic, and what's Martic bloody doing on the bench?
This was bound to happen, yeah.
Like, this is why Solskjaer frustrates me so much as a coach. And now it's Sevilla's game now. They don't
Yeah,
need to
they'll
do
just sit
anything.
back now. They'll sit back, they'll just hold the shape. And our players are anyways tired. So,
And David De Gea has like given up hope anyways. He can't does not even move off his
no,
line or
no.
anything. Like, I don't see anybody coming off the bench onto the field.
It's horrible. Now we're just trying to pump balls over the top and make things. I don't know.
What's the
This
point?
is done.
We don't have long ball
No,
players in our
no,
squad.
no. Yeah, we are done with
There's
this.
no
Yeah.
Fellaini or there's no Lukaku who'll do well with a long ball.
Now you can see visibly players are tired now. Like they know they're going to chase a game and they're tired. So it's yeah, it's difficult now. They'll just pass the ball around. Yeah.
What's the point of having five substitutions available where you can change the game and bring somebody fresh?
I don't quite. Why has he not made changes? I don't quite
Odin,
understand.
like Igalo, Marda, they would have been good. Igalo for sure would have been a good addition. He would have been a menace in the box, and that would have freed Martial even more.
At least you could cross the ball, right?
Yeah.
You know that you will have someone in the box who can head or have some kind of threat in the air. This is horrible now.
They've crowded
They
it.
just
Sevilla's,
got it
Sevilla's
all
like
wrong.
brought everybody back. And
Yeah.
this is where they can, make another goal.
Yeah. Yeah, they can easily go on the counter and score. See, now,
Williams is tired. That guy is on a yellow card.
no, Williams. I think has had a horrible game. I think one of the worst games he has had in a United shirt.
And Maguire, like, for me, that guy has not been Captain Fantastic. He's good with the ball in the air, but as soon as the
I
ball's
see
on the
much
ground,
more of a captain in Bruno Fernandes than in Maguire. Like
yeah.
shouting at his players and letting them know about his.
And Maguire's trying to play everybody onside. He's playing
Yeah.
everybody, every Sevilla player onside. I don't know what's the rush with him. David De
I'm
Gea
worried
cannot
to
move off his
I'm
line.
worried to take a look at the comments because I know the banter has begun and
De
Twitter.
Gea has been terrible. I've never seen him even once coming out for the
Come
ball
for
or
the
making a
ball, yeah.
save.
Yep.
Like, when you have a keeper like Romero available, and again you go out with the David De Gea.
Yeah. I think this one is I think done. What's happening? Like I don't quite understand why he is not bringing in the substitutes. Like does he not trust anyone within the substitutes? Then
I think he's just making a stand to the board that hey, we need players in. You know, maybe that's his way of telling the board this squad cannot, finish a season. They may get us top four, but they're not good for fighting across all fronts.
this is horrible. The whole defense line is just static, not doing anything. I think this one is done.
I Williams now needs to be changed, man. If he does not recognize,
No, he is having a terrible game. He should be taken now. This is bad. I think it's going to finish 3-1, no?
the way we are at the moment, I cannot rule that possibility out.
It's time to get Oli in. Just make some substitutions. This is horrible. I don't understand. What? It's 83 minutes. The players look visibly tired. They look leggy. They're not putting in the tackles. We can even try and get Lingard in, right, at this moment because
Yeah,
he can bring in some energy.
like there's nothing to lose now. They have to go. They have to go all out for the game. I don't
Yeah.
know why. What this thing is by.
Like what? They should be going all out. Yeah, absolutely. Oh my god. You see the lack of movement. Wonderful. Oh, this is bad, man. Are we only relying on penalties now?
Yeah,
Is that the case?
yeah.
This is bad. You're able to hear me, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what happened with the stream, but looks like I'm stuck. Okay, not bad. Oh my god, the Twitter is going into meltdown for substitutions. Like, when are the substitutions going to come? And now Harry Maguire has gotten himself a yellow card. Great. This is wonderful. Now he's bringing in. See, Williams is off. Posu Mensah is on finally. Oh, this is bad. Oh, it's all too late.
I told you there's no point in making changes right now. Like what? These guys get just 2 minutes to play. And in
Yeah.
those 2 minutes, Sevilla will also make changes. So they'll get what, like 3 minutes of injury time to play. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
I think
that's
it's
that's
going to be three
ridiculous.
minutes added on, I guess. Yeah. And David De Gea is horrible with his feet. Oh no, this is bad. Whew.
We had fucking Daniel James on the bench. Like that guy would have
Still,
come and
yeah,
changed the game. Just his pace would have changed the game. At 75th minute, like I was telling you, 75th, this is a perfect moment to make the change that we can take advantage. What does Sevilla do? Sevilla brings in fresh forwards.
yeah.
They go out and
And
get those two goals
we stand still. Yeah.
because they knew they wanted to win this game more than we even wanted to play in this game. I feel like we would have
Yes.
been better off playing a second squad now, than going out with all guns blazing.
Yeah. And that should be game done because we are not creating anything, and we know that Sevilla are going to hold their shape and just sit back for 3 more minutes.
Williams might have as well played the whole
The
90
whole
minutes
thing, yeah, yeah, yeah.
if we had to take him off at 86 minutes. Did anyone tell Ole that, hey, there is no second leg in this game?
I think that might be the case. He just forgot that there's going to be someone. Yeah, this is horrible. You see the exact reason why English teams have struggled in European competitions, right?
Hmm,
This
hmm,
is what
hmm.
happens. Like you overthink situations, you don't take your chances. You're not clinical enough. You're not you're not efficient with the ball, and
Hmm,
this is
hmm,
what
hmm.
happens. Defensively, you're not solid. Yeah, that's I think. Who do you think got it wrong today? Like, do you think it's just the players who didn't come out, or do you think it's on Oli?
For me,
This
it's
is
it's it's. I'll put this on all. The players did whatever they could have done. Like they've given their all. At the end
yeah,
of the day, as a manager, you have the power in your hands to change the game, and that's where substitutes come in to make those changes. As a
yeah.
manager, you recognize that okay, the game's not going as I wanted it to go. You know, we started well the second half. We had three good chances, 53rd minute, but by 68th minute we realized that
Everything phased out. Yeah,
yeah, we're not gonna cut through. We need, fresh faces. Williams was being ran rugged on the right with a yellow card. Sevilla realized that okay, if we bring in El Haddadi
yeah.
as a forward, he's a player who's
Quicker.
quick
Yeah, yeah.
and is a trickster. He'll give Williams a hard time, and that's something that Oli didn't
That's
realize,
true.
and we are paying a price for it.
Dan James, he has no, yeah.
For me, Dan James, I don't care about him. Like he has no time right now to make
Yeah,
any effect on the game.
that's also fair. Like he just has 6 minutes to show what he is capable of. I don't think that's enough for anyone.
Like Lindelof's showing more fight than anybody on the pitch.
Yeah, I think he is the only one. I think Bruno Fernandes is and him. I think they had really good games up until that goal. Bruno Fernandes not so much for the goal, but yeah, Lindelof definitely who should have done much better. Yeah, I think this one is done. Yeah, they're just going to keep the ball. There will be one more chance, but I don't think.
Like Bruno looks sad. He's like he's given us all.
Yeah, he has actually given his everything for yeah. We are bringing in Igalo now. So that's good. Yeah, I think this has to be Solskjaer's fault for sure. That was visibly bad. Do you think there will be one more chance?
Like we still have a chance in us.
Not sure we can
Boy,
take it.
yeah.
We're still trying to pass the ball around from the back and create some. This is visibly bad, man. You see the amount of players they have in the box.
Yeah.
But, it's gone. 2 more minutes to go, anyways. It's just sad that Inter Milan are going to maybe win this competition. I really hope they do.
Yeah. Dude, there's 7 players in the box. To our 4 players. Like even now, we're not sending everybody up ahead.
Yeah, I think they are now clear. Luke De Jong is clear. Who should be scoring? No,
I think you should just keep the ball on the side.
he should have gone for the corner flag. Yeah,
Yeah.
but that was a mistake. On his part.
See, this is the team that we're talking about. That we're not able to beat. It's not that Sevilla has been completely clinical or has
Yeah,
been, more powerful than us. I still don't understand why we go for those little deft touches or step overs within the box.
this is gone.
Sevilla has shown
Yeah,
more heart on the pitch. Everybody,
this
every
was a
person of the
genuine
staff is
chance.
out there.
Yeah, yep. This was a genuine chance for us to win some kind of silverware this season, and we have bottled it. So that's that. Bruno Fernandez has actually given his all. Yeah, this is done. Yeah, this just shows that how much of investments or transfers we need to make.
It's not even about that. It's like playing together as a team, You
Yep,
you play with what you have. We know that our bench is not there, but still, it's your only chance left to win a trophy as a coach. And
exactly.
he's the guy who says, "Oh, Man United should be winning trophies." Mourinho came in. I still don't care how he won it, but he got us the Europa League with that team. He's like,
Yep.
"I want to get a trophy," and he got a trophy. Louis van Gaal went out and got a trophy. Like
I
this
think
is a
that's the way.
tournament where you can, go out and get a trophy. And if you don't want to win, then just fucking play your second squad. Why
Yeah,
are you even going with your first squad? And if you're
yeah.
going,
He could have easily done that. Like given, like if you are not going full fledged for the silverware, just play the second string team and just show the management or the board that what you are lacking, and you can get those investments in after that. But yeah, I completely agree. Like playing the first team for 82 minutes, 85 minutes straight, and then bringing in the substitutes to make things happen, it's horrible. And the fact, like you talked about during the game, is Maguire and Lindelof, both of them are not good enough anyway. So yeah, I think this has been like we feared during the start of the second half. We were not taking our chances. We knew that they were going to be clinical and create one chance and take that. They
and they
exactly
took
did
that
that.
chance.
Yeah, they created one to they score the goal. They sat back and made sure that they take that victory. I think, yeah, this has been
Three attempts on target, two goals.
yeah,
To us, 20 attempts on target, but 20 attempts, total attempts, 8 on target. But
yeah,
again, Sevilla's keeper did an amazing job of, keeping
keeping
us
them
out.
in the
And it's the
game. Yeah,
same thing. It's the same fucking thing. Against
yeah,
Copenhagen, we had so many, so many chances to score, but the keeper sort of made amazing shots. It's like,
yeah.
the keeper exactly knew where the ball was going to
Ball.
be or,
Yeah.
or what we're going to do. It's like, I don't know if our players are predictable or, you know,
Yeah, that's why I asked you, right? Like it looks like Martial's shots have been getting saved pretty often. Like I don't know if it's the keepers who have figured him out. I don't know what's wrong. Maybe it's Martial being too predictable with his shots, or I'm not sure what's wrong there. Rashford again has had a terrible game. I I I I'm not sure if I even heard his name throughout the game for the second half. Maybe other than the fact that he took that shot, if I remember correctly, which I think Martial made it happen with his fleet foot. Um, I think Bruno Fernandes was really good. I think he's the only player who can walk off that pitch with his head held high, because he gave it his everything. Pogba was good. He was not like I think the other thing I would like to say is the fact that Pogba is has to become a big game player. Like he has to take the game, because we know he has all the potential in the world. He is capable of creating chances from the deep. He has to actually show that in the big games where he takes the game with the scruff of the neck and actually make things happen, make force things to happen for the team. I think what is missing from Pogba's game at this moment.
but then we know
Uh,
with Pogba we wouldn't get it if he's
yeah,
playing at the back. Now again, it's like Pogba is playing just in front of the center backs with Fred doing
right.
the running up ahead of him. Because I don't see Fred as a defensive midfielder. So if
Hmm.
Fred plays, Pogba falls to the back. But this is where Pogba and Matic are so good because Matic unlocks Pogba. Fred
Right,
does not unlock Pogba, and Pogba
right.
cannot unlock Fred because Fred is not the player who can give you those passes. For
Yeah.
me, it was as simple as that. Like, okay, you're going out with Fred, maybe it's just because you need energy on the pitch. But second half, Matic should have been there. If
Had
he's on
to
the
come on.
bench,
Yeah.
Matic should have been there so that Pogba could be freed. With Pogba up ahead just behind Bruno, that's where the game would have changed because now
Game would have changed.
it's
Yeah.
not just Bruno who's trying it all. Greenwood comes into the picture. You have players who are good on the ball. Anthony Martial, Rashford can run in from the left. Now you have to stop five amazing players, five good players, with the ball at their feet who can run into the
Yeah.
box and even, win a penalty.
Yeah.
But if Pogba is not unlocked, he stays back and behind and in his own half. we know that he cannot do any much
Anyway,
damage
yeah.
rather than
Mm.
just, get some step overs, get some 360s, get a really good long ball in. That's it. Is that
Yeah,
what Pogba is there for?
I think yeah, I think it might have made a difference if Matic had started, because that would have given Pogba a lot more freedom, because I think in the previous games that having Matic at the back gives Pogba the assurance that he knows he does not have to like run back every time that they are losing the ball. I think yeah. I also think Solskjaer went with Fred just because he wanted to match with the pace of the game with Sevilla, and I agree to that as well. But the fact that our left back and our right back had such terrible games is like I'm not quite able to understand what's happening there, because Van Bissaka used to be so reliable at the start of the season. He still is, I think, our player of the year, given the performances he had put in on regular occurrences. But after lockdown, I don't know what changed. Maybe it's not sure. He's not confident enough going into the tackles. He's giving away dangerous fouls out just outside the box, and not able to track back or cover his side, and letting crosses in. I've never seen Van Bissaka letting crosses in from his side actually. I was expecting Brandon Williams to allow crosses in, because he's not like, being a kid, he's not quite good enough as of now to actually prevent crosses coming into the box. But yeah, I think it's both of the goal, one from the right, one from the left. So you know where things went wrong. Like we could
It's
could have easily prevented those crosses to come in, and not let those goals in. I think.
it was like a double whammy. Van Bissaka, like again, he's still young. He's not a finished article
Yeah,
yet. He's developing his game.
yeah,
Brandon Williams, okay, he was a revelation, but making him an out-and-out left back, knowing that
yeah,
he's not a natural left-footed player. He's not a natural left back. He's
yeah.
more of a right back than he's a left back. But we got
Mm.
him there because was it Ethan Laird who was out injured and couldn't take his chance?
Yeah.
Like what happened to Ethan Laird? Why isn't he there? Why isn't he being given the chances now? Or why, if we know that our left backs are injured, why don't we go with three at the back, to cover up for that
Yeah,
and play Brandon Williams as a wing back and then keep Rashford and Martial up top as two strikers. We could have done that. There's so many things we could have done, but it's a
yeah, I
90
think we
minute
got
game.
it all wrong. Yeah.
It's a
I'm
90
not
minute
sure
game.
if Oli was thinking that he was going to take this result back to Old Trafford and then go from there. Like
Yeah.
someone had to remind him that it's going to be a knockout game, and actually force the issue, and not just sit back and absorb all the pressure. I think that's something which, yeah,
Like if you look at the second goal, it's like Maguire played him on.
yeah,
You don't do that as an elite centre back, you know.
yeah. I think Maguire and Lindelof
They both
tackled
played him
much
on.
better. Yeah, much better.
Oh, Maguire had
Yeah,
no player to cover. He had no player to cover. Lindelof had to make his move just because Maguire went ahead and played in him. I still can't believe how Maguire manages to do that, and people still rate him as a good centre back. Like for me, Maguire has not managed to show his
live up
qualities.
to, yeah. No way, no way.
Like we were defensively good even with Chris Smalling in
Yeah.
the squad.
Yep. I think yeah, Chris Smalling and Lindelof would have done the same kind of job, if not better, with given the current situation. But Maguire has not actually lived up to the price tag or even the potential we saw. Uh, his potential we saw in I think the World Cup. So I think yeah, absolutely. We need a centre back who has pace, who covers, who is good at his feet, who covers ground, who is like spatially aware of his surroundings, where the threat is going to be. And I think that's what is needed at this moment. I think, uh, and the lack of clinical finishing is another worrying thing, because having Solskjaer as the manager, who was a ruthless finisher himself, and our team not showing that is something which is I don't quite understand like why that's happening or that is the case. So it's I think it's back in 4 weeks time, and hoping that we make the right decisions in terms of getting the right players in and starting all over again, because I personally don't think, given this team making no significant signings or changes, we don't get into top four again.
We would,
And
we would. Leicester, I think Leicester was unlucky because they missed
yeah,
out on their players. James Madison was not there, Ben Chilwell was not there.
yeah.
Then I think NDD was it or
I think Madison, Pereira,
Pereira? Yeah.
Chilwell, they got injured. That actually got them off the track
Hmm,
and
hmm,
not
hmm.
finished, lose momentum as well.
And Johnny Evans let us in the door.
Yeah, yeah. I think the champions, like, this is the standard you would expect going into the group stages of Champions League, because the Europa League group stages, or the round of 16 or round of 32, the quality of teams you face is not that high. This
Hmm,
is this is one of the teams which we faced had some kind of quality, because they dropped out of, I think, Champions League, I guess.
hmm, hmm, hmm.
They dropped down from the Champions League, and we lost to them. So we can definitely see a gap in terms of quality, and this is what we are going to expect in the round of, like, in the group stages of the Champions League, which we are going to be a part of in the next season. So if we continue like this, I don't see us getting into top four. I don't see us getting out of the group stages. Yeah, it's I think worrying times.
Well, it's been a terrible day. Like right from the selection, okay, we can't do anything about the left back position or
Right,
the full back position because eventually our hands are tied.
right.
Solskjaer
We
does
had
not
only
rate
one
Diego
option
Dalot,
to get. Yeah,
and the left back Luke Shaw isn't available, so we knew Brandon Williams was going to play. Timothy Fosu-Mensah offers nothing going ahead, even though
yeah.
he's solid at the back. I would have preferred him in the 75th minute when we were 1-1. If we were going to preserve the
Exactly,
lead, then I would take
exactly.
my fullback who's on a yellow card and bring in a fullback who's more defensively solid than going ahead. If that's all that we were going to do. But he didn't do that either.
Yeah,
And for me, I don't know if it's just posturing from Ole asking or begging for signing, saying that, hey, I cannot do anything.
this
People on the
is what
bench
I'm
aren't
working
good
with,
enough.
and yeah, yeah.
Then,
I don't quite agree. I think it would be really baffling that Solskjaer would go ahead and do that, because he knows what Manchester United is all about. Like, we go for anything and everything in terms of, if we know that we have some silverware we can achieve. So that would be really surprising that he would go down that route. I would definitely expect it from someone like Jose Mourinho, who is trying to make a statement to the management, because he does not relate with what Manchester United is all about, but not from Solskjaer, because he knows what it is, what it means to wear that shirt and get on the pitch representing Manchester United. So I think, yeah, that would be a step further, saying that Solskjaer intentionally not making those changes during the game. But yeah, I think not making those changes is the main point. Like, that's the main biggest takeaway from this game. Not making those changes till the 85th minute, when we conceded the goal and had to get into the game again, is absolutely naive, and yeah, I think it's unacceptable at this moment.
it is.
Yeah,
Well, the game's done and dusted. Our season's finally ended. We get
finally.
1 week extra as break. These players have like played almost every game. Anthony Martial, Marcus Rashford, Greenwood, Bruno Fernandes, Harry Maguire's bloody that guy's played every game this
Every
season.
game, like 61 games,
I
he has
think
played.
59, 61 games. Every game, 90 minutes without being substituted. I think it was just one game that he did not start.
Yeah,
But no, I think he started every game.
every game. I think
Even
he
the
started every
meaningless
game.
Europa League
Yep,
games also he started.
yep,
That guy deserves a break for sure.
absolutely.
David De Gea needs to have a rethink. I don't think he's my keeper. I would rather
Yeah,
start Sergio Romero. Harry Maguire is not my captain.
yeah. Harry Maguire is not my captain as well. Like yeah, definitely, I would definitely
Like
agree to that.
a
Bruno
captain,
Fernandes is much of a captain than Harry Maguire for sure.
like Bruno may anger a lot of people, but then he also gives us all on the pitch. Harry Maguire, I don't know if he even, goes up and a rouses something from the players or provokes them a little to, give their all on the pitch. Bruno at least goes in and fingers everyone. Is like, hey, what are you doing? You need to step your game up. So it was a little a premature from Solskjaer to go ahead and give the ban to Harry Maguire in his
Harry
first
Maguire,
season
yeah,
as
yep,
a player with United.
absolutely,
I should have kept that until the next season.
absolutely.
And McTominay, okay, he didn't get a game. I don't know. I feel McTominay would have fit in better than Fred in that position because that
Hmm.
guy again, he gives us all out on the pitch
Right.
for me. And maybe in one of these bigger games, McTominay is a better player to have than Fred. It's something that Alex Ferguson always, realized that
Right.
okay, a big game, Jisung Park, he'll always make it. Darren Fletcher will always make it because he recognized those players as giving their all for the club.
Giving their all, yeah.
So Solskjaer is still trying to, I think he's still trying to find his way. And maybe we are over analyzing or under analyzing.
Maybe overreacting a little bit, but yeah, at Manchester United, the standards are so high. Like as fans, you expect so much from the team. It's
Hmm.
it's it's definitely fair from our side that we criticize our players or criticize our manager who missed something or we feel that has not done right in the current match. So I think that's fair. The criticism, I think it's absolutely valid. The points which the fans are making, but yeah, we need to be much stronger, tactically better. We need to be much clinical with our finishes. We need quality on the bench. That's something we have been talking about like forever. So yeah, let's hope we make some signings. Let's hope we get things on the right track because we have Champions League now. We have the potential to attract players to come in now. We have that selling point. So we need to leverage that. We need to get those players in. We need to act fast as well. Like it's 4 weeks time. The turnaround time is so less. We need to act fast, get those deals done, get players in, cannot just waste time. I fully expect the management to be reactive about this loss, and we should be expecting some news coming out maybe early next week or late, like on Thursday or Friday. So let's hope we get some positive news. Maybe it's just a Pogba contract extension that's going to happen.
And then we'll say that, oh, we have signed,
Have a new signing
we
now.
have a new signing. Well, that's all we're doing. We're giving out
Yeah,
big contracts. So we got De Gea in. Why? De Gea was already in. We gave
yeah,
him a huge ass contract. I don't know, 350K. He's like the biggest earner
yeah.
in the club. But now we have realized that De Gea is not the player. Maybe he's had a bad season, but he's been having a bad season for the last 2 seasons now. It's not been
Mm,
the story of this season. Need to be patient. Okay, we'll be patient with David De Gea, but the coach should have the gumption to make that change and
make
not
that,
just
yeah.
put him again in a big game. Like Mourinho took that call where he took Casillas off, brought in another goalkeeper in Diego Lopez because he knew Casillas' powers were waning. Carlo Ancelotti also kept Diego Lopez as first choice keeper and brought in Casillas only for Champions League games or cup games. It's like managers recognize when a player is not doing well, and keeping him away from the game does not mean that the player has been dropped. Sometimes it just helps with the player's confidence where they get more time to focus on where they're going wrong instead of throwing them in the mix again. So for me, that's Solskjaer's failure
Yep.
to not recognize that, when one of his players needs a break to gain
Break. Yeah.
confidence and not
Yeah.
more games to gain confidence.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah. I think
from me
that's.
personally,
Yeah.
that's it. Well, Red Devils United, it's been an amazingly long season.
Long season.
We started last August.
Last
I
August.
think
Yeah.
it was this time when 15th August or something when the season started,
Yeah.
and we've had some huge lows during the course of the season,
Yeah.
and then after the winter break was when we started seeing, some magic on
Same.
the pitch with Bruno Fernandes, becoming a part of a squad. But even with Bruno Fernandes, we know that cracks remain, big cracks all over the pitch, be it attack, be it midfield, be it defense. We need
That's
at
every
least three
aspect.
signings to make sure that we'll be competitive enough to be a consistent top four side, to be a force to reckon with in the Champions League. Champions League squads you've seen, they are a class above Man United. I think we're still a Europa League squad. We are
Oh yeah,
not at that
absolutely.
level of Champions League squads. Bayern Munich in this game would have thrashed us. They would have been ruthless. I don't care if David De Gea would have
Uh,
made three saves. Bayern Munich would have ensured they would have put in five past De Gea already.
yep. Already easily. Like we
So
would have gone down 10 something, given the form they are in.
easy. So that's the level that we're looking at in the following season, which starts September 12. Lots of, it's like the transfer window is still open until October this year. It's a long way to go for transfers to still happen. I think Jadon Sancho will still be a possibility. Ed Woodward will do his best to take it right until the 90th minute of the transfer window to make it happen and then say, oh, we've had a successful window because we've managed Jadon Sancho for 106 million pounds and we saved 2 million pounds. That would have paid somebody else's wages. But anyways, let us know on in the comments section below what do you think about United's season? Do you think we have underwhelmed, overwhelmed, or we've just been where we should have been
Where should have
all
been? Yeah.
season? And as always, please subscribe to our channel, spread the word. Give us a like so that we know that we're doing good. Throw in a comment to know what we're doing, how we can improve, or what is it that
Yeah.
you like about us. And until next season, when the new season starts, take care, Red Devils.
Take care. And before we leave, I would like to thank everyone who has been in the chats, talking about the game or letting us know about your opinion regarding the transfers and everything that has gone down. So thank you very much. Really appreciate it. See you next time.
Yeah, even though there was a lot of banter from Chelsea fans, but much
Absolutely.
appreciated.
Take care. Bye.
All right, bye.